solution, it's time to call Meadowlark Exteriors. They offer premium upgrades on new styles in both roofing and siding for residential or commercial projects. Call today at 402-875-2956 or go to meadowlarkexteriors.com. Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try something wild, they've got the burger that gets you. HF Crave. Fresh, local, craveable. Find them at 48th and Holdridge or order online at hfcrave.com.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Tune in this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. as Old School broadcasts live from Lead Lodge and Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City to kick off the 2025 Applejack Festival. The festival runs on September 20th and 21st, as well as September 27th and 28th at Arbor Day Farm. Pick apples, enjoy cider, and welcome the fall season with fun for the whole family. Purchase tickets to the 2025 Applejack Festival online at arbordayfarm.org and listen this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. to Old School, broadcasting live from Arbor Day Farm.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Wafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good morning on this tremendous Tuesday. It is the week that the maize and blue come down to see the Huskers. And they're not bringing their head coach. You know what? I'm taking that personal, Nick. I'm like Michael Jordan. I take that personal.
Are you, on a week like this week, are you looking for bulletin board material?
There you go, buddy.
There you go. See, you can give it right back to me.
No, I said, there you go, buddy.
I know. I'm saying. That's right. I felt like Doug the dog there.
But I still love you.
I still love you.
There is a guy on Fat Albert. You two don't remember the show Fat Albert, but there was a guy on there that talked like this. That's how you sound right there.
I struggled for a little bit there.
Bulletin board. Yeah.
Well, I said bullpen board, and I knew that was not accurate.
Oh, I got you.
So, AD, I'm trying to figure out how to wear a hat today. With headphones. I don't know. I think I need to start getting into the hat game a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But also I'm finding that hats fit very differently.
Yeah, they do.
And I got this bizarre head shape. I mean, it's a massive, I got a massive noggin to begin with, but like I struggle to find a hat that fits and actually looks somewhat okay.
Well, and people have different styles of what they like to wear them. Some people like it, sitting high on their head.
For sure.
In fact, that's a text question this morning. How do you wear your hat if you wear hats? Do you like the tight and fit, or do you like the one kind of the trucker style where it just got some breathing room on the dome?
Here's what I will say. I'm very anti-fitted hats.
See, I love fitted hats.
Really? See, I can't.
But they got to be huge.
Okay.
They got to be masked because I got a big noggin.
So because I've gotten a couple of fitted hats. Now, the one fitted hat that does fit me well is the one that you have on, the ticket one.
What's the brand of this?
That one does fit me well. But all the other ones, I've gotten like Chicago Cubs fitted hats. I've gotten a couple of Nebraska fitted hats the last couple of years, and they just do not fit well. And so I have to have snapback. I have to have snapback.
This brand is New Era, I guess.
Yeah.
So DP and Becca did it right on these, man, because they're comfortable hats.
Oh yeah.
The snap hats I can, but if it's got that real tall top to it,
the trucker hat type of thing, like this. Yeah, this one has a little bit of a too tall of a body on the top.
It's got to be comfortable. Now when I golf, I'm real particular.
Yeah,
on what I have in my head because it's got to be comfortable.
I don't like. Okay, so this is where I'm very picky, and I can tell a lot of people are passionate about this.
Look at this.
But here's what I would say. I know I'm real picky because when I golf, I can't wear a hat. I don't know. Maybe I'd be okay with a visor. I don't know if I could pull off a visor, but what was I gonna say? The hats, I can't wear it. I can't wear anything around my wrist. Like I wear a watch every day. I wear my Apple Watch every day, but I can't wear it because I feel like the weight distribution when I go back, like that's the reason I'm pulling the ball. And so
watch.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You got to find something.
So I have to. I don't know, but I also just hate stuff.
Odd Job is the brand that Hizzlebear. I haven't. I probably have one Hizzlebear, but I rarely look at the label on it. I always look for the fit first. Matt, good morning. He goes, how in the hell can a baseball player be anti-fitted
Well,
hat?
here's the
I
thing you have to
melon
remember.
head, most fitted hats won't fit my dome.
You have to remember this, Matt. As a catcher, I didn't have to wear hats in the field. I was always wearing a catcher's mask.
That's a good point.
So I never had to. I mean, I did when we'd just be out and playing catch and stuff. I would wear it, but number one, my head was a lot more like I was just in better shape, so it fit better. But then second was that I never had to wear a hat because I was wearing my catcher's mask.
I'm gonna let you read Rubber Duckies, man. What he said.
Rubber duck. He said earlier, Nick learning to wear hats because the hairline's going backwards. Absolutely. I'm less worried. And here's the thing. I think the reason, and I take my hat off for this, I think the reason that my hairline's going back, there's this myth. I don't know if it's proven, but there's this myth that if you wear hats more often, it starts to recede your hairline. And so, but I'm not even concerned as much about the receding part. That's a normal thing, right? It's the back, man. The biggest fear I have is getting a cul-de-sac. That's the biggest fear I have right now. And it's always worse. It's always worse when I get my hair cut. So like these first week and a half, I just have to kind of hide it.
Gingerbread man, good morning, my brother. He goes backwards snap back. I like the backwards snap back. Jordan P, what's up, my brother? New era 5950 7/3 only. Yeah, I like those as well. Eric, what's up, buddy? He goes, wait. Jake Hates Charity. That must be early. That was
that's
let me get the new one.
Yeah.
Wait, they make fitted hats your size, Nick. Oh,
yeah.
Boy, E-Money. You couldn't wait to come at him. You couldn't wait.
Yeah. Money G's all over it.
Unknown texter 6785 goes, Visor, you playing tennis?
Hey, I'm just saying, at some point I gotta embrace, figure out something. There's a lot of us. Rubber Duck from LinkedIn says one of us. Talking about the hairline going backwards. Hizzlebear says this: start taking hair loss medication. It may not grow back, but it'll stop you from losing it. Here's the thing: there was a we've talked about this. There was a recommendation that was tweeted at me by a couple of people, and there was a consensus agreement of what Medicaid or what shampoo to use and stuff. I started using it, and I noticed the difference.
How long is it thicker hair now?
I've been going for about a month and a half, and I've noticed that especially on top, it just grows. I mean, it is. I mean, it's thick.
Waverly Jim, good morning. Yes, those flex fits. I love those, man. Those are. And then KT, what's up, Kenny? Keith said, just buzz it.
Hey, that's what I've also heard about. I mean, once again, though, head shape is a big thing.
You think you got a bad head shape, man?
Yeah, I think it's decently round and everything, but it's just it is just so wide.
Here's the question. Here's the only thing that matters. Does your lady friends appreciate your weight shape?
Yeah.
That's all that matters in the day.
I had a conversation actually yesterday. I said, "Hey, are you still gonna want to be with me in 10 years if I got a cul-de-sac on the back of my head?" and her response was, "Well, what's a cul-de-sac?" And I said, "Just look it up, cul-de-sac bald." And she's like, "Oh yeah, we'll be fine." I said, "Okay."
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's just part of life. I told you, if I let mine grow out, I'd have a massive cul-de-sac and I have a huge bald spot in the back of my head. But
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with it. It's completely normal. It's just how do you approach it?
I've literally been shaving my head from as long as you've been alive, for about 25 years.
See, and there's just a part of me also. I feel like there's something freeing about that. And to where you can just say, you know what, I'm ditching this dream of having a full head of hair, and this is what we're going with. And you just know every couple of days, just grab that razor and shave it bald, and and it's smooth.
It's smooth. It's a lot less maintenance. You save a lot of money on barbers.
Yeah,
I love our barbers.
Yeah.
But Nick, you know who got me turned on to the bald cut when I was really little? Curly. He was part of the Harlem Globetrotters. Okay. And if you're old like me,
I initially thought one of the Three Stooges for a second, and I thought, I'm pretty sure Curly had hair. But Harlem Globetrotters makes a lot more sense.
Yes, if you're old enough to remember the Harlem Globetrotters, I'm talking about Curly. Meadowlark Lemon also played for them. But they would always play the Washington Capitals, the Washington Generals.
Yeah, come on.
And they'd always blow them out. But my father,
that's right.
The first time I seen him, my dad took us to Pershing Auditorium to see the Harlem Globetrotters when I was little. And man, I wanted to be Curly because he was bald headed, but I had enough hair. I was just a little kid. I'm like, man, I like that look. And then of course, MJ Jordan, makes it slick,
makes it cool and athletic.
Yeah. And I've just been bald ever since.
Well, here's the thing. So a couple from the text line. John in Cortland says it's aerodynamically phenomenal. Colligan J says, Nick, no cul-de-sacs allowed. Just shave it. Here's the thing. I don't have that yet. We're not there yet. I'm 24. We got time. But stop. We have time.
There is no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow, Nick.
But here's the thing. There's something I will say to where there's a little bit of fear in my mind to where if I just shave it, because there's been temptations of just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and shave it and see how it all grows back. Because I used to get buzz cuts like when I was like age 10 to 13. It was just buzz cuts the entire time, or high and tight, like military style. But now it's like, if I shave even the top, is it going to grow back the way it looks now?
Okay, Nick, let me just do this, man. You got to say, this is something I do in my mind all the time when things are faced challenges.
Yep. This is a challenge.
So what if it does?
Well, I'd be sad.
Then you have to ask yourself, so what if it does?
And my answer would be I'd be sad because I had a head of hair.
And the question has got to become this way. Is it going to change my life if it does happen or if it doesn't happen? You got to think about that. So going bald, if it does, then what?
We act like I'm losing it. And by next week, I'm going to be looking like Mr. Clean.
I'm just asking. Telly Savalas. I know you don't know who Telly Savalas is.
I don't.
There is those are the 40 and older. Remember the show Kojak?
Okay.
Telly Savalas was this dude on there. He was a cop or an FBI guy or a private investigator, whatever. But he was bald, man. He was cool with it. Telly Savalas was a bad boy. Text line if you remember Telly Savalas from Kojak. Let me know. Telly Savalas.
How about
you could be Nikki Savalas.
I have enough nicknames, man.
Call you Nikki.
I have enough nicknames. I was up in the press box on Saturday I was with Sip and Robin Washington of Husker Online before Nebraska versus Houston Christian, and we were going down memory lane about how I was coined swim. And because Robin of Husker Online had never heard that story, and so I said, Sip, why don't you tell him, how you ended up, how you ended up coining me as Big Swim at the time. And he's like, well, Nick came in wearing a blue polo, and I was like, all right, this is ridiculous. And then Sip actually said the words, when somebody says Nick or Nick Sainert, I have to think about who they're talking about because I just know him as Swim now. Like, oh yeah, swim. So I think I have enough nicknames. So I think I'm good for right now.
We need to find that on in our archives when he said it on air.
Look like a big swimming pool, big swim.
Big swim. But you know what, Nick? And then let me see. Ohio Husker goes. Yeah, that's a good show. He remembers that show, Kojak of Telly Savalas. It was a great show.
There's a lot of people that are saying they like fitted hats. Maybe this is a me problem. It probably is a me problem.
Okay, real quick.
I also
Oh boy, that would have been close. Literally, my heart went 85,000 beats. There's nothing.
AD almost landed his hat on my coffee cup. That's
right by
here.
The soundboard. That would have been. My heart was going in slow motion.
And you chuck it, and you just can't
DP
do anything
and Becca
about it.
both would have beat me up. Up and down O Street.
Okay.
See how that hat fits right there.
All right. So what are we looking at? It's a tad big. See
my head's bigger than yours, dude.
Yeah, this is.
I got a huge hit.
Dang.
That's why when I was little, they would call me a hard hit because I had a really huge hit, man. Big hit.
My thing, but the other reason why I enjoy why I enjoy snapbacks also is because I like the look of them backwards when it's snapped back. Not as much.
See that now you look like because you wear it like that quite a bit when you do wear it.
Yes,
snap hat to the back like that.
Yeah. So anyway, that's basically it.
It wasn't.
Maybe we should talk sports.
Well, we are. But Nick, speaking of sports, what's your favorite protein drink? Because I already slammed 2. Because here's what I found out.
Okay.
Nick. And folks, let me know: are you a protein person in the morning or not? Do you eat breakfast? Because Nick, I was getting here to the show, and then about 10 o'clock hour, my hands would be shaking. But I was like, why am I like? But I've realized I've been up already by that time 6 hours, almost 6.5 hours. Went to the gym, so I have nothing in my system.
Yeah,
these Premier proteins, dude, are off the chains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're good. They're good. I mean, I've gotten the kick now, and thanks to our friend Matt Dow from Nutrition Authority. He's got me. He's incredible, man. But I've gotten hooked on they're called Fusion 30. And it's like it comes in a big giant tub, and it's just a powder that you mix with water every day. But anyway, I've gotten to the big kick of there's one that they make that's vanilla ice cream, and it tastes like a vanilla shake every time I have it. But then on top of that, I'll put fruit in it. So I'll like mash up some blueberries or I'll
Right.
mash up some strawberries, and it tastes like a blueberry milkshake or a strawberry milkshake.
That sounds really
and
good.
It's super simple, super easy, and it's a lot of protein in there too. So that's my kind of go-to right now.
Nick, before we go to break, I do want to broach this subject, man.
Yeah.
You notice where Brian Kelly, and you know what I noticed about Brian Kelly?
Mm.
I got to show you these pictures later. I'll post it. My business partner, Todd Kelly, spelled different.
Yeah.
Looks like Brian Kelly. We were on a Zoom yesterday, and I was looking at him. I'm like, dude, I swear the LSU's coach just came up on my screen right now. Because, Nick, I'll say over break, we'll talk about it. But Brian Kelly came out, Nick, and he apologized. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
And I know you heard the clip.
Yeah.
And you or read it.
We have the clip.
Can we play that clip?
Yeah. We
Yes,
have the.
Thank you, because I was trying to find it on my Twitter.
Yeah. Let me.
Thank you.
I believe
So,
this
in
is the right
case, and I know Jake and Coach and Sip talked about this morning, but I thought it was intriguing how he came out yesterday during the presser and came out with an apology. And it makes me wonder, Nick, if his AD or SID was like, "Hey, man, this is a beat reporter. Do you think Brian Kelly went overboard, or do you think the reporter just asked a dumb question?"
Well, I don't think it was a dumb question. Now, we've seen a couple of videos these last couple of days trying to bait coaches into answers, and I think that sometimes that there is malicious intent with coaches, because in this world and in this day and age of social media, everybody knows what clicks, right? Like, if you say something specific about another team or about an opponent from a coach right after a game, then yeah, like there is potential for clickbait and getting a lot of notoriety on social media and stuff, and that's what drives the news cycle now, it feels like. But with that being said, I think that we sometimes expect coaches after games to give us these massively impactful responses.
Totally agree.
When 95% of them understand, hey, you know what? I might not be able to remember word for word or play for play what happened the last 2.5 to 3 hours. So maybe it's best if I just give very generic answers. And we see Matt Rule do this all the time, where he always puts the caveat of, I got to go watch the tape. I got to go watch the tape, right? Because then you have to check yourself. And because you can, as a coach or as somebody that is being, asked questions and speaking to the media of that profile, you're sitting there and you're putting yourself in potential harm's way to, maybe get backed into a corner and then, have to apologize publicly.
Nick, you were spotted. You got that clip right there?
Yeah.
Let's play that real quick.
So here's what Brian Kelly came out with after they beat Florida 20-10. I believe this has the question from the reporter as well.
The post-game sessions, but what are you seeing with your offense?
Stop. Really? Is that the first question?
Brian in the back. I know you love these
sorry about that.
immediate post-game sessions, but what are you seeing with your offense?
Stop. Really? Is that the first question? We won the game 20-10. Try another question. What do you want me to tell you? I just laid it out for you. We played the game to win the game. We played the game to win the game.
All right. How about third down then? What is going on with third down?
It's one game. Last game, we were great on third down. You're looking at this from the wrong perspective. LSU won the football game.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there because Brian Kelly goes on for about another minute.
Nick,
But is it wrong for me that I agree?
Stop.
Yeah, is it wrong for me that I agree with Brian Kelly?
I do too.
Like, I can't believe I'm sitting here saying this, but I actually understand where Brian Kelly's coming from, because in his response there, he's like, we play to win the game. How many times do you and I sit here as kind of guys that preview and recap and talk about it ad nauseum? Do we say, okay, you know what, Nebraska, even if it's not perfect, just go out there and win the game? Like, yeah. I get where Brian Kelly's coming from, to where you're trying to nitpick every little detail and say, all right, yeah, you just beat Florida 20-10 and you're 1-0 in the SEC, and you got Southeast Louisiana next week, and that's going to be a cakewalk for the Tigers, and so on and so forth. But hey, you were only 2 of 10 on third downs. What's the problem there? I understand it. Now, Brian Kelly could have probably handled it in a more mature way, right? To where he was like, look, we won the game. We played to win the game. It wasn't great. We're going to work on it. Instead of going outlashing at him. But I also understand where Brian Kelly's coming from, of where he looks at it and goes, what do you want from me? We just beat Florida 20-10.
Nick, I agree with Brian Kelly. And the thing about it is, I think sometimes it's easy to forget. These guys just came out of heated battle.
Yeah.
He's trying to collect his thoughts. At the same time, though,
That's why you make the big check. You
Mhm.
have to stand in front of those microphones.
And you have to be able to answer to where you don't have to apologize to the next presser.
It's simple this. You know what? And granted, we can all, and looking back, we can all wish we would have said things differently.
Of
At least I know I
course.
do, And he realized it, and I like how he came back out. But I thought the question was like, really, we're really going to do that? We just won the
Yeah.
game. That's our, we go into Clemson and beat them. In Clemson, we come home, we have a closely contested match, we beat them. And they're going to nitpick. And I think coaches like Brian Kelly, who's been to the circus before, of course, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, now they're at LSU. He knows it's part of the game, and I think it's a thing to where he's human. He made a mistake.
Yeah.
He's human about it. The part that we don't have on there I thought was hilarious. He goes, "What do you want me to tell you? I just laid it out for you." I'm talking about Brian Kelly, of course. We played the game to win the game. We played the game to win the game. You're looking at this from a wrong perspective. LSU won the football game. We won the game.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want from me. What do you want? For us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy? He just went full bore scorched earth.
This would be a Nebraska example is to where, and this is where, who was it on? Scott in Minnesota that says blame the media. Well, here's the thing. To a certain extent, there is a little bit of an issue. I would also say this. It's incredibly important on how you phrase the question as well, right? To where now, and Brian Kelly interrupted the reporter, so he wasn't given maybe a fair shake on how to answer or how to ask the question. But the perfect example is this: to where Nebraska versus Akron. Nebraska obviously wins the game 68-0, right? But early in the game, Emmett Johnson fumbled, right? So instead of talking about how Emmett Johnson specifically fumbled and Nebraska's turnovers and trying to frame it in a way to where Nebraska, has this massive turnover issue, and even against Akron, they fumbled the ball inside the opponent's 5-yard line and they missed out on scoring points. And instead of framing it that way, you could frame the question of like, what did you see from Emmett Johnson bouncing back after he fumbled, right? Like that's the part I'm getting at, is to where phrasing the question in a specific way is incredibly important. Now, to Scott in Minnesota's point, right? He did. He came up with a second question. How about third down conversions? You guys suck at those too. No, but so Scott, he did point, have. Yeah, he was prepared for a different question. But I think once again, Brian Kelly, I get both sides to where you sit there and say, "What do you want us to do? We just beat another SEC team at home like we're supposed to. We haven't been able to dive into the details yet." But then also, Brian Kelly didn't necessarily give the reporter a chance to ask the question in a specific way to not piss off Brian Kelly.
Yeah, and Brian Kelly, like you said, he's an articulate guy. And I forget who this was which said it. Oh, man, I think it might have been unknown texter who asked it was Scott, I think. Yeah, it was Scott in Minnesota. He goes, and this is so true. I do like how the New England accent comes out when he's mad. No fake Southern folksy drawl.
But the other part of this is also to where, like, maybe we have to realize that maybe Brian Kelly is a little bit of a hothead. Like, do you remember last year where he was pounding the table? Yeah. He's like, I just don't get it. Yeah. And he was after they lost to.
And maybe that's what they're trying to bring out.
And
reporters want clicks,
it's clickbait,
they want bites,
right?
Absolutely.
And so there's also something to be said, AD, to where Brian Kelly has to look in the mirror and go, you know what? Maybe I'm tired of lashing out and then having to apologize in the next press conference, because now this is not the first time that this has happened where he's had to come out the next press conference and personally apologize to a reporter.
You got a presser for the presser.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Or even this, Nick, and they can think what they want.
Yeah.
No comment. Next question, please. It's that quick. Even if it's something that's going to set you off, it's just a simple no comment. Or you know what? Good question, but my objective is to win the game.
Absolutely.
Now it's easy for me and you to sit here about, who knows how many, 1,000 miles away. Not a coach, of course, but that was one thing that Coach Osborne, and obviously I speak from the point of view with him, because he was very rarely rattled. He gave, well, I have to, watch the film. What do you got next? I mean, just something like that, because in this day and age, and it's very different because that's online immediately.
Yeah.
That might have been tweeted as he was speaking.
It already was.
Yep.
It already was because that. Oh, how about this one? Hold on. This is always a good one. You media folk are the problem. You guys bow out of here and you see what happened after that.
Hey, we don't force him to say anything. It's on them. Dave, what's up? Renew. He goes, did he have to apologize? Obviously, the school made him, but was he in the wrong? You know what, DF? I think is what I think Coach and those guys mentioned that briefly. I was listening to them. The AD may have said, hey, Brian, BK, look, we got to come out with we got to come out with something on that.
You also have
or
to
it's SID, or maybe it was just Brian Kelly saying, you know what, I reflected on that, didn't like how it went. But you know what? Again, Nick, I go to this. When you make that type of money,
there's responsibility.
It's part of the job, man.
Yeah, I think also just the awareness that the media is the vehicle for partially of what you can provide to the fan base and to college football country, and like the media can be the vehicle. So you have to have this like somewhat of a respectful relationship. Like we talk about, the media being the problem and all that. Like here's the deal. At the end of the day, everybody's got a job to do. The same way that they got a job to do to answer questions, it's media's job to ask the questions. Sometimes it's going to be some softball layup questions on a Thursday before Michigan. Sometimes it's going to be some hard-hitting ones after a loss against Georgia Southern. Like it just happens.
At the end of the day, that coach has control of how he's going to respond.
Yeah.
Bottom line. But like the question, you don't have to answer it and let the chips fall where they may. You
Media,
don't have to
media can't control how a grown bleeping man answers a question.
Exactly. You don't have to apologize for something you didn't say.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Folks, we got a full loaded show for you this morning. We're going to talk NFL football. There were some great games last night. Nick watched both.
Oh, yeah.
His older compadre, AD, made it 3 minutes into the third quarter, and I woke up about 2:30 in the morning, and there was the national anthem playing or something like that. I have no idea.
Wait, that's in the first quarter?
Yes.
This must be a replay.
Yeah, so Nick will brief us on the Raiders game. I kind of caught the highlights this morning. Of course, 10 o'clock, Matt Rule spoke yesterday. We'll have those clips and talk Husker football at 10 o'clock. Also, is this game a referendum for Coach Rule and finally getting over this hump of beating a ranked team? And the problem with our D-line. When I say the problem, they're going to face some problems because Michigan, we know, loves to run that split zone, counters, etc. How do we counter the counter, etc.? And at 10:30, we'll discuss the weekend games in college football. And I want to ask Nick something. I'm just kind of throwing this out him. The status in the state of Notre Dame football. They're 0-2, still ranked. I want to get Nick's picks on that. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Tune in this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. as Old School broadcasts live from Lead Lodge and Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City to kick off the 2025 Applejack Festival. The festival runs on September 20th and 21st, as well as September 27th and 28th at Arbor Day Farm. Pick apples, enjoy cider, and welcome the fall season with fun for the whole family. Purchase tickets to the 2025 Applejack Festival online at arbordayfarm.org and listen this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. to Old School broadcasting live from Arbor Day Farm.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Shwezo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Suizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at Suizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com. Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at UCLA in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at HuskerFanTravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a hotel in scenic Santa Monica, an exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on your game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA is not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at UCLA. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at HuskerFanTravel.com.
Harvest season is here, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade now. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mostly sunny skies with light wind. It'll be hot with an afternoon high near 90. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, mainly cloudy skies, a low near 65. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms throughout the day. See a high near 80. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fleck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome back to this tremendous Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That means 4 more sleeps. Coach Moore's not coming to Nebraska. He chose the games, which games he was not going to come to. And I guess he just think Nebraska's going to be light work, right, Nick? I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I'd be telling my players. That, look, man, they just think y'all going to be light work, so he going to be golfing somewhere up in Ann Arbor. You know, no, I doubt he's going to be golfing anywhere. Because, you know, Nick, here's the deal. I make fun of it, but it would be painful not to be on the sideline, prowling the sidelines for your squad. But, you know, like I said, there's consequences to actions, and that is part of theirs. And I think he's got one next year too, right, Nick? And at 2026 as well. Did they mention like about a month ago? It's 2 this year and 1 next year? Because I think they sweetened up the deal after that 10-year with cause came out with Harbaugh.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
We'll
There's been so much going back and forth. Here's what I will say. Did you see what the Memphis football coach said? So regarding Georgia. So the Georgia Bulldogs, obviously we know they have a situation to where, you know, often they get in trouble for driving violations.
He brought that up?
The Memphis coach out of nowhere yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
He goes, that is not our stand. He goes, takes a shot at Georgia over speeding violations. Ryan Silverfield says, quote, the not our standard is Georgia wide receiver arrested for driving 900 miles per hour over the speed limit. That's a weekly occurrence over there. Oof.
Was he
out of nowhere?
He just said it out of nowhere.
Is
he like asking for a bludgeoning?
Specifically mentioned Georgia and was not baited into the question.
They're going to get beat. It's going to feel like 900 miles per hour.
They don't even play each other.
Why would you do that? Regardless if you play them, why would you do that?
They don't even play them. You're asking, man.
And Nick, okay, now contrast that to Brian Kelly and this guy's here.
Exactly.
You know, it's just like, what did you wake up that morning?
That's probably something that you have to apologize for.
You know what that to me, Nick, that's something that's personal. That's something that's personal. You don't just blast into the program out of the blue that you're not even playing. And maybe he said it because they're not playing him too, though. What are you gonna do? Nutty boo boo. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you in 2028. After 25 more guys get arrested for driving down 100 miles an hour. I mean, like, seriously, that was pointless.
That's just
But yeah, so in contrary to Brian Kelly, as you said, that's probably something you do have to apologize for.
Yeah, and if the AD, if they want something, I don't know, just a program with some, with some decency. It's like, hey, coach, that was uncalled for. That was uncalled
Absolutely.
for. And I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, you're going to go make a statement of retractment on that.
How about this? Before we talk more NFL, or excuse me, college football.
No, it's NFL.
Or NFL, yeah, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
How about this, guys? This weekend at the Lincoln Children's Museum, game day play dates. AD, I just got a text from our good friend Ellie over at the Lincoln Children's Museum. Less than 5 spots remain for Michigan. I'm telling you, folks, this is something you need to do. Take advantage of. Here's how it works. Game day play dates with the Lincoln Children's Museum. You drop off your child or children ages 5 to 12 at the Lincoln Children's Museum. If you and your significant other, you and a friend have tickets to the game, you drop off your child 60 minutes before, up to 90 minutes before kickoff. You go to the game, you enjoy it. There's no cutoff on time. However, after the game is over, you have a full hour, a full 60 minutes to head over to Lincoln Children's Museum, pick up your child. While your child is there, they'll engage in activities and fun crafts and games that feature all the STEM activities, science, technology, engineering, math, all with a football focused and centered around getting active. You go online, but you have to register, and it sounds like you got to register today because normally you can register up to a day before. However, it sounds like spots are going fast. Every game this season so far has been sold out. This weekend's especially not going to be any different. So make sure you get registered. You go online, lincolnchildrensmuseum.org to register. Make sure you enjoy and drop your child off. Game day play dates from our friends at the Lincoln Children's Museum.
That's such a great deal, man. So obviously it's a popular thing with only 5 positions left. So get them there, make it happen. It's going to be a great one on Saturday, and the weather's going to be a lot more comfortable than it was this past Saturday. I think the high's only in the mid-70s with a chance of rain even as far as that goes. Folks, this segment is brought to you by Jack Russell, of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999. Check him out. He can protect your home, your vehicle, your family, even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Nick, Baker, make it happen. Mayfield did it again last night in Texas, in Houston. And that was a heck of a game, closely contested game. Nick, you think about the revival and the recreation, if you would. Baker, when he was in Cleveland, obviously, there was commercials and things of that nature. It seemed like he was always on edge. And
Keys to the stadium.
I know as of recently, the past couple of years, he's really turned over some leaves from a personal standpoint, from a faith perspective. And really, the interview I seen of him about, it was during preseason. He was just mentioning, he goes, I took it for granted for so long. And he goes, I realized I'm blessed to have the opportunities I have. And he goes, man, I just want to appreciate it. He goes, God has given me a gift. He just even looks differently.
Yeah. I was actually, it's funny that you say this because I wanted to bring this up specifically to you today and with you guys today, because I was having this conversation with buddies last night as we were watching the game. And one of my buddies actually said something very similar where he was like, man, I used to despise Baker Mayfield. I used to hate watching him play.
He made it easy though.
He did. and maybe it's something about the Cleveland Browns uniform and their history with quarterbacks. I mean, in all honesty,
the uniforms
are
terrible.
There's also something to actually respect about Baker Mayfield in Tampa Bay. And he's a top 10 quarterback.
He's balling out. I mean,
he's right there.
He's balling out. It's hard to dispute it. The dude is balling, man.
I mean, he throws some really, really nice balls too. And he has a couple of guys around him. Mike Evans, obviously, Chris Godwin when he's healthy, the emergence of Emeka Egbuka in his rookie year, Bucky Irving and Rachaad White in the backfield. Tampa Bay is just a team you just don't want to play. Now, the Houston Texans on the other side, we talked about everything that Baker Mayfield has around him. Man, while Houston, they have a guy like Nico Collins that they need to give him the ball a little bit more often. But the backfield, the running game did not help CJ Stroud out at all last night.
That run game was non-existent last night. And Nick, you talked about Baker. I mean, the numbers don't jump off the face, but the plays he made were just crucial. He was 25 of 38 last night, 215 yards. He was sacked 4 times, rushed 3 times. He was running for his life. But you look at this ball distribution. Evans was 5 for 56. Irving was 6 for 50. Shepard 4 for 30. Ajigba was 4 for 29. Abuka, I'm sorry, was 4 for 29. Otten had 3 for 25, and then a slew of other guys with 1 catch, 2 catch. It was so distributed around the field, and yet they found a way to get. Now you contrast that to Houston, man. Stroud was 13 of 24 for 207 yards. Was sacked 3 times. Chubb 43 yards on 12 carries. 43 yards. Now he distributed the ball quite a bit last night. There's similar to Tampa, but man, it just was Mayfield, that last drive to seal the game. That was just like classic.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, one of Nick Chubb's run was like a 25-yard touchdown run. It was one of the touchdown runs that the Houston Texans had.
Yeah,
and so, well, I mean, still, you take away that, and Nick Chubb's rushing yards go down even more.
Yeah.
I just, and it's unfortunate for CJ Stroud because it looked like he was on the trajectory of having a really, really serviceable and productive NFL career after his rookie year. And now it's just, Houston, they went out and tried to get John Mechie from Alabama out of the draft, and he struggled with some injuries. And then Nico Collins and Tank Dell, and they have bodies, but they can't stay healthy. They took a shot on Joe Mixon after his time in Cincinnati and all the legal off the field troubles, and it hasn't been able to be sustainable. I mean, it's not for an effort of trying, because then Houston's bulked up their defense, getting guys like Derek Stingley Jr., as well as, obviously Will Anderson, the linebacker from Alabama. They've tried. It just does not mesh well. And it's too bad, because I do think DeMeco Ryans is a pretty good coach.
I think DeMeco is shooting. And think about the Houston Texans are going to be fine. I look at them kind of like, let me take this back. I'm not even going to compare them to the team I was going to. They're going to be fine.
Which team were you going to compare them to?
I'm not even going to mention it. They're going to be just fine. That was a tough loss last night. To let a team march down the field like that was backbreaking against a defense that's been somewhat stellar, and for them not to get it done, in particular at home, was tough to see for them. I'm sure if you're a Texans fan.
AD, I think here's a bold take, and Chiefs fans aren't going to like this. I think the Chargers are the team to beat in the AFC West.
I'm glad you brought that up, Nick, because it segues right in the next. Let me ask you this. Speaking of the Chargers, and that was one of the questions I have on here, Nick. For real or frauds?
That defense is legit. I mean, we saw Geno Smith, who has been able to throw the ball really well against multiple opponents the last year and a half.
Sacked 3 times last night.
The offensive line couldn't hold up. They held Ashton Genty in check for the most part.
43 yards.
They also held some of the wide receivers. We forget, like, Thornton is a guy.
You like Jacoby Myers?
I love Jacoby Myers. I love that he got 6 catches last night.
I think David likes that.
I think there's a lot of us that
but
like
go ahead.
it. Anyway, I think when you look at that Raiders receiving group and you see Jacoby Myers and you see Thornton, who is essentially, he provides them, and this is a sensitive subject, obviously. Thornton provides them the Henry Ruggs type of player, just without the fact that he's in jail. Like that's basically what it is. It's a replacement for Henry Ruggs. But then you add in one of the best young tight ends, one of the best young players in the entire league in Brock Bowers. Michael Mayer is still there as well. And then in the backfield, you have Ashton Genty. They had to dink and dunk and doink their way down the field. There was a moment in the later stages after you had fallen asleep, probably, where they went 11 plays, 62 yards, and didn't get a touchdown. They took off 7 minutes of game time because the Chargers just were that stingy defensively that Raiders were barely getting a first down each drive or each sequence. They got a field goal from Daniel Carlson to cut it to an 11-point game at 20-9. Like, it was that they just continued, the Chargers defense just continuously bent but never broke.
Here's what I'm going to say about the game last night. Of course, I had to catch up this morning with the highlights, etc. Acom, my best buddy, Acom is a, diehard Raider fan. So he's been in misery for a lot of years. Him and Sip both, that are Raider fan. And I like the Raiders. But to me, it showed that the Raiders ran into a team that's exerting their will on teams. We've seen that when they beat the Chiefs over the pond, over in Spain, if you would. And we seen it again last night. And think about it. They haven't even played at home yet. No. Now, I do think Justin gets way more credit than he should at times.
I agree with that.
I'm just like, dude,
the strength of this team is the defense, but a big part that after this season, if the Chargers end up winning the AFC West, and it's early, if the Chargers end up winning the AFC West, a big reason why is because they brought Keenan Allen back.
Absolutely. Major reason.
You talk about
he
safety net?
He had 61 yards last night, as well as Johnson. He added 71. Then you had McConkey, who they missed wide open a few times. 48 yards. Harris, 34. That distribution. Now, although they got to improve their rushing game, because as you both know, that's going to be important later in the year. But the Chargers are an established team. The second, like I said, and I can't say they're established themselves. To where Raiders team, in my opinion, Nick, they're still filling each other out, man. You got a rookie at running back. You got a new quarterback. You have a new head coach. You have all new coaches for the most part.
Yeah.
The Raiders, I think, are still going to be a reputable team in their division, man.
They need to be financially, because they have a massive new stadium that's really cool. Geno Smith got paid a lot of money. They've used a couple of draft picks on some younger guys. They need to win, but once again, we've seen now to where two teams, and I think the Packers are a little bit better than the Chargers, but I would equate them to being similar, to where the Chargers offense is a little bit behind the Chargers defense. The defense is the strength of that team.
Yeah, it is.
And I mean, Derwin James got paid a couple of years ago, and he acts like it now. I mean, they're legit, and that hurts me to say.
San Diego Chargers, like I said, they've done it in two hostile territories, and they're proving their worth. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting. Folks, when we come back, we got some mystery at 10 o'clock, all Huskers, as we'll hear Coach Rule on the mic yesterday, the coordinators, OC and DC on the mic this afternoon, so we'll have those for you tomorrow. When we come back, though, we got the little history and then a lot of Huskers and how that front seven handles Michigan's veteran line. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at UCLA in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at HuskerFanTravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a hotel in scenic Santa Monica, an exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on your game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA is not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at UCLA. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at HuskerFanTravel.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mostly sunny skies with light wind. It'll be hot with an afternoon high near 90. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, mainly cloudy skies, low near 65. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms throughout the day. See a high near 80. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Oh, Kansas. Here we go.
Second half today.
You just don't stop giving, do you?
Green flag, we're underway.
The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 3 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs.
You guys can't drive.
Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway. September 26th through the 28th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. 4 more sleep, 4 more sleepies. Until you go sleepy, Nick. That's what you call it. You go night.
What time? What night? Okay, here's the question. Can I ask this to the listener base? 402-464-5685. What time do you go to bed?
To me? Do I go to bed?
Anybody?
Yeah, let us know.
What time do you go? Like 9?
I like to be in bed by 9:30.
Okay.
Sleep.
Yeah.
You know. Try to get at least 6 hours.
If I had to ask you, what time on average do you usually fall asleep?
Depends on the night before. Like I said, if I was up later night, like for instance, like Sunday, I slept in because I didn't go to bed until Sunday because of the fight. I was still tired yesterday from being up on Saturday night watching that fight.
Wow.
But yeah, and I'm gonna tell
Maybe
you
there's
something.
just a hangover.
Huh?
Maybe there's just a hangover of like, tired from previous nights.
Yeah, it was, man. And the biggest move for me, and our boy Rav peeked me out to this, long time ago. He was like, why even watch the news at 10 o'clock? It's just going to bed with negativity on your mind. And it is.
Interesting.
And so I stopped watching the 10 o'clock. No disrespect to our news channels out there, but I'm like, I can catch that in the morning. And I didn't want to go.
You're telling me you don't watch the news?
I watch it
at a little kid, little redhead.
I
don't watch the news.
I watch the news.
Only time I turn on the Powerball.
Yeah, so I can.
Grandpa hands me the remote to turn on the Powerball.
Yeah, so I'll catch up in the morning on anything that's pertinent. But I wasn't going to listen to 25 minutes of arguing. This party hates that party. Who got shot, murdered, hurricane, flood, and then 5 minutes of my boy Kevin Schutz, and then go to bed. So I just started listening to Kevin Schutz. I just DVR it, watch it in the morning, or I'll catch him at 6, a quick segment at 6.
Yeah.
But I just and I go to bed earlier. I'm up early. I feel great, ready to roll. But yeah, everybody's different. Some people are night owls. I was for a number of years a night owl.
Okay, so there's a couple things from the text line. I got to bed after the Bucks win, says 51214. Old Dad is in at 9:30. Big Bird says almost immediately after the kids finally fall asleep, usually around 9:30. Ohio Husker and I it sounds like we can relate on this. He says 12 to 12:30. Chris on the text line, I normally go to bed at 10:30 a.m. I work overnights.
That's my boy Chris Leininger. I've known
Yes.
Chris since before he was born almost.
Really?
His dad, Chuck Leininger, had a construct. That's okay. Short story.
Yeah.
This is history too. Cool. They would give us summer jobs in the summertime at Nebraska, and Turner Gill was in charge of that at the time, and he got me lined up with Chris's dad, Chuck. I love Chuck like a big brother. He had a construction company called Leininger Construction. It was framing, and so I would go out to Chuck's place too. His house was at the time, it's still out there, but at the time it was way out there.
Yeah.
On off of Pine Lake Road, out in that area by Rokeby Road. And there wasn't a lot. There was a lot of acreages. Now it's just all developed.
It's all developed.
But anyway, that's how I know Chris, man. Awesome family,
Wow.
the Leiningers, great family. And me and Chuck are. I didn't even call your dad, Chris. Tell your dad I'm going to text him. But he's got a place in a different location.
Yeah.
Lives here, but good people, man.
Awesome.
Good
Yeah,
people.
Matt on the text line says 9:30 p.m. in bed and then up at 4:15 to head to Genesis at 5. I can fall asleep in 0.3 seconds and my wife hates me for it. Never go. How about this one? Scooter from Roca says I never go to bed. I just passed out on the couch.
Nick,
Scooter,
what time do you go to bed?
this is bad. I looked at the clock yesterday and it was like 1:20 in the morning. But that's like consistent.
Yeah.
I'll be tired. I'll be tired at like 9 o'clock, and I was watching the NFL game last night, and I'll be tired on the couch. Maybe this is a thing, and people can give me some advice on the text line. Is I'll get tired on the couch in my living room watching the TV, and
sleep
I'll
there.
No. I won't fall asleep there, but then I'll get up and I'll like get ready for bed and everything, brush the teeth and stuff, and then once I get into bed, I'm wide awake. It's like a second wind.
Wow.
It's almost like
It's gotta be frustrating.
It is. It pisses me off because I sit there and I go, all right, 10 seconds ago, I was just exhausted on the couch and thought, okay, you know what? It's time for me to head back to bed. And then I get back into bed and I get this like second wind. And I've tried like the melatonin stuff and everything. First off, that gives me nightmares, man. Like
check with Matt Down, those guys in Nutrition Authority. They got some sleep time stuff.
I know, but I would like to be all natural. You know,
oh boy, when you get to my age, man, you're gonna do whatever they take you. Look, whatever it takes to get me to sleep.
That's true. And so, like, once I get to like 1 o'clock in the morning, okay, I start to wind down and stuff. And I'm not scrolling on my phone like a ton or whatever. Like, I try to do the whole like put my phone down, just kind of hang out, relax. I don't know.
Big Ty, I'm with you. Big Ty says TikTok drags me in.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't post anything. I've started to think about. I should probably start posting some stuff on the talk.
I told you, I just got started last week.
I know.
I usually just would look at it for funny videos, but I already told you that story. So I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But follow me, Nick, on TikTok. I think mine's Aaron Davis on TikTok. I'm pretty sure it is.
I honestly don't even know.
I'm just putting the same thing on all my platforms that I do. But yeah, TikTok has got some funny stuff.
I've thought about doing some like. I've thought about, okay, what do I enjoy watching on that stuff? And I'm like, all right, I enjoy seeing like days and lives of like people that work in sports and not even just broadcasters, but I'm like, maybe we should throw out some like, what are days in the lives? Cause like, it would be interesting to showcase Just, obviously coming into work, prepping for a show, but then press conference and
that would be cool.
Husker
man.
football pregame, and then Husker football game in the press box, and then post game. And
Nick, you
stuff
should
like
do
that.
a day in the life on game day, because I would love to see that.
I got to figure out. I mean, I could. That's super easy. That's super easy.
Seriously,
So-
I'm going to hold you accountable, because that is because we joke and tease a lot, Nick. But seriously, you have a perspective and a bird's eye view that literally 99% of the people don't have. And I would seriously do that.
I also, I don't know, I'm working on a couple of interesting things for like YouTubes and stuff that I want to open up next summer that involve golf and stuff. So, because that's another problem of mine is like I go down the rabbit hole. People on the stream, if you recognize my hat, it says good. It's a golf brand,
You
right?
got me turned on.
Those yeah, funny, good is great. Bob Does Sports is awesome. Those are my like guilty pleasure shows. So I'll turn those on YouTube at 10:30 at night, and then that's why I can't fall asleep, because I'm up there cackling.
Eric says, "Give it time, Nick. The bedtime gets earlier and earlier."
Yeah,
I pop my melatonin gummy at 10, and I'm out like a lamp by 11.
And I hope I'm the same way. Like I hope that eventually, when I start to have kids and stuff, like I'm in bed by like 9.
You know one way that'll cure it real quick? Make it, if you stay up until 1, just say, no matter what, I'm getting up at 5.
Oh,
you will be in bed
I'm
early.
in bed by 7
You will be
p.m.
in bed that next night early. I promise you that.
But that's the thing, is like we wait
cold turkey
like,
method.
I don't wake up as early as you, but I wake up at like 7, and I feel good. I got energy. I'm like, sitting here, like, what's going on?
Sometimes you get these people, you got to do this. No, I always tell people, look, you do what works best for you, but if you want to get more done and you have the time, then I say adjust your
You know
schedule.
what I say? I actually, and I understand how important sleep is for weight loss and health and all this. I get that. But I sit here and I hate sleep. Like I feel like I'm missing out.
You know what? That's not a bad feeling to have. However, though, sleep is
I know it's
important.
massive.
Keeps you sharp.
I know.
Keeps you sharp. Folks,
Keeps
we'll
me
be back.
chiseled.
We're going to talk to Matt Rule and hear from Matt. Actually, not talk to Matt Rule. He's not right down in the studio. At least he shouldn't be here right now. But he's going to be on. We got him from yesterday.
That's right.
So we're going to hear his voice. Stick with us. You'll hear our voice again in a few. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
You've been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn. At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call Liberty Law Group at 877-42-LIBERTY. Advocates you need, trial attorneys you can trust. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Experience an electric vehicle firsthand at LES's EV Ride and Drive, September 28th at the LES Operations Center. Registration is open now, but spots are limited. Visit les.com/drive to reserve your drive.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug,
who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball. Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. We're going to hop right into the Matt Rule presser, folks. It is Michigan week, Nick. And, you know, as I was thinking about this, I started really thinking about this on Sunday afternoon, you know, when processing the fight, processing Nebraska. I mean, I think this is probably the shortest we've ever talked about a game Nebraska won.
And thank the Lord we don't have to talk about it more.
Exactly, because in so many years past.
Does that make us bad sports radio hosts?
No, it makes us, you know what it makes us? Human and relieved that we don't have to discuss Nebraska losing a game or at least slugging it out in a game they should have won.
I like Big Daddy Travis's idea. He says, speaking of golf, Big Daddy Travis played in a scramble at Firethorn yesterday. He says Grant Wistrom was there playing, didn't approach him because I'm not one to approach people, but it was pretty cool to see an ex-Husker enjoying a round of golf. Let us know how you played.
Yeah, GW's a good dude too, man. Grant's a good guy.
Absolutely. I'll be dabbling in that on tomorrow.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
I'm hoping you shoot well there.
I hope so too. I did see that Danny Woodhead is playing in this thing tomorrow, so we'll see what happens there.
He's a stick. Folks, buckle up this weekend. It is trenches. It's warfare right there at Memorial Stadium. Nebraska's 3-0, of course. They will face number 21 Michigan. Their rushing attack is led by, as we all know, Justin Haynes, in case you haven't, the sensation. And man, dadgummit, their dual threat quarterback and Bryce Underwood, who gives you fits. If you think about Underwood, your mind goes back to Cincinnati and their quarterback, they gave us fits. They like to wear you down. Nick, in my opinion, this is a major measuring stick for our team, not just offense. Everybody talking about the defense, but offense as well. Our offense has not seen a defense like that. Obviously, we talked about Nwarney, we talked about Cam having to play discipline, gap integrity, set the edges, etc. Because Haynes will make you pay the price. Underwood will make you pay the price.
Yeah.
This team loves, and I think here's some little keys I wrote down: win first downs, keep gap integrity. You cannot let Underwood freelance outside the pocket.
There's a lot of, I don't want to say concern, just awareness about Bryce Underwood from the Nebraska defensive perspective. Here's the take that I have. That the key to this game for Nebraska is slowing down Justice Haynes.
Mm-hmm.
Justice Haynes, now that we're in a conference that doesn't have Quinshon Judkins and Trevion Henderson, I understand what Penn State has in Nicholas Singleton.
Mm-hmm.
It might be 1A, 1B between Nick Singleton and Justice Haynes for the best running back in the conference. This is a guy that obviously played a significant amount at Alabama. He didn't transfer from Alabama because of playing time. This is somebody that I think Michigan is going to try to line up, and they are going to try to bully it down the throat of Nebraska's front seven, especially their front four or front three, I guess, if you want to classify it as the 3-3-5. So I think Nebraska's key to this game, you mentioned that the gap integrity is key. You have to do your job. And this feels like a massive game for Elijah Judy and Riley Van Poppel.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why I feel like this. And maybe even a guy like Gabe Moore or why can't I think of the other one? Jalen George, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I say that, this is a game to where Nebraska needs somebody to be Damian Daniels.
Yeah.
Where they sit there in the middle and just take up space to allow the linebackers to get to Justice Haynes and bring him down.
Remember I told you about Marcus Trent Watson, how that's a guy on Monday who I was thinking about. He is going to have to play big. It was good to see him have some flashes against Houston Christian. Again, we were dreadfully overmatched team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was good to see him disruptive. Javian Wright is going to have a good game. Those backers are going to have to feel. And Nick, they are going to have to play disciplined football, because when they get you in those counters, they get you that in the offense, they love the run. It'll kill you if you're not playing discipline. I mean, it will absolutely kill you. And these guys, and we've seen that against Oklahoma, where Justice took it to the house.
Yeah.
If you are not playing discipline and you get caught up in the out of place, those lanes will open up and he will take it to the house. So you have to play gap integrity and set the edges.
Yeah, and Matt Rule was asked about comparing this year's offensive line of Michigan to previous years that they faced off against the Wolverines. Here's what he had to say. Not a whole lot here, though, because it's tough to compare.
I can't compare them to the past, because I don't remember anything really from. I'd have to study it, you know what I'm saying? But they're an outstanding offensive line. They're big, they're powerful, they're athletic. They run all the runs. Anytime your head coach is an offensive line coach, you probably put a lot of stock in that. So, this is an excellent top 25 football team. They're 2-1 because they played another top 10 football team and they had a battle. It'll be an unbelievable challenge. It'll be a great challenge.
There you go. It's been interesting. I think that when you look at Michigan up front, once again, it's going to be, despite them not having maybe the notable names of the Donovan Edwards or the Blake Corums of the world, the identity stays the same. They're going to line up and they're going to try to bully you. And then when you kind of start cheating, it's going to be important for Nebraska's secondary to be honest and be able to, withstand any of the pressures that they try to throw over the top. Nebraska, this is going to be a massive challenge, a massive opportunity, though. I mean, that just is big, massive opportunity.
Nick, let me ask you this, man. Do you think, obviously, it's going to be, it's a softball question, probably a duh answer. Do you think Nebraska's defense is ready for this type of smash mouth football test they're going to see on Saturday? If so, tell me why. If there's some doubts, I want to know the doubts.
I don't know.
Text line, let us know as well. 424645685.
I don't know. I think going into the game, this is what I'll say. Going into the game, there's a difference between saying, "Oh yeah, once I get hit, I'll be fine." We've been hit before. I'll be fine, right? There's also something about what Nebraska is going to face on Saturday. And I'm not trying to frame Michigan into this incredibly world, all world type of offensive line or physical football team. But in the scope of this season, this is going to be the hardest that Nebraska's gotten hit. And especially for the guys on the defensive front, we don't know how they're going to respond. We don't know what they're going to look like. I have ultimate faith in the secondary. I still stand by that. I actually have I have a lot of encouragement and optimism for Nebraska's offense being able to score on Saturday. But this is not, you're not trying to get into a track meet. You're trying to play a complimentary and competitive football game.
They're split zones. And if folks, if you're not familiar with the split zone, go online, just Google split zones.
Yeah.
Go online. Most of the Nebraskans know what a counter is. It's just always just a misstep here, and you go in the counter direction of it. But when you have offensive linemen like Michigan, who are big, who are agile, who are veterans, who've got some scars, and they're very disciplined. You know what I'm saying? And Oklahoma exposed them a little bit because of the quickness of their defensive line. Oklahoma's got a very quick defensive line. And they play discipline. Obviously, you're going to say, what about that long run justice? Yeah, you're, first of all, here's the thing. You're not going to totally shut Michigan down. It's the bottom line. They're going to get theirs. And, Nick, they don't have to be perfect. They just have to be disruptive as far as our defense line. You're going to give up some plays against Michigan. That's just the bottom line. You're going to give some up.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think there's something to be said about Nebraska this season has figured out ways to just widen their margin for error. In the last couple of years, Nebraska's margin for error has been so slim to none, where a penalty here kills a drive, a turnover here kills the game, right? Nebraska's got to figure out a way, especially in this game. This is why it's incredibly valuable to have margin for error, because Nebraska, you don't want to have to play perfect to win a game. You don't. And so, Dylan Raiola, and that takes apart. That doesn't happen by one or two guys being Superman. That's what I kind of said yesterday, to where just because now you're playing a name brand opponent, Dylan Raiola can't go out there and act like he has to be Superman.
Right.
If Dylan Raiola provides this 21 of 28 through the air for 230 yards and 2 touchdowns and no picks, that's going to be fine. That's going to be fine. We're not going to be sitting there saying, wow, Dylan broke some records tonight. But we are going to be saying Dylan won the game for Nebraska tonight. Same with Emmett Johnson. You don't have to do exactly what you've done that's allowed you to rush for close to 100 yards each game this season, right? And same with everybody else. Isaiah Hunter, Ja'Cory Barney. Don't try to do too much. Ja'Cory, be smart in the punt return game, just like you've been all season long. To win these games, it takes a collaborative effort. Sure. Some guys are going to naturally stand out and have a better stat line than some others.
Right.
But you don't have to be Superman.
You don't have to. Let's see what else Matt's got to say.
Let's talk about the opportunity to play against a name brand opponent. He was asked about that the opportunity that lies ahead for Nebraska.
Yeah, and we're going to play a lot of ranked teams this year. I think yes, we'll have this opportunity many times. I mean, the Big Ten is the Big Ten. You know what I mean? It's I think one of the cool things that Tony Petitti's done, I think one of the chess moves, one of the chess moves he's done is, we now that was an iconic, SEC time, right? The 2:30, 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Eastern CBS game, right? Even the Friday night game. I mean, I know last week it was a different. Last week was what it was UCLA, New Mexico, but you have all these national games, and so players all across the country. When you're at the University of Nebraska, we have a chance to recruit the whole country. They all have a chance to see us on national TV. The NBC Saturday night game. All these things are important. And a lot of the teams in our conference, I don't know who has what, but some of them they don't play at night. Certain times they have old tolerances. We don't have any of those, so they can put us whenever they want us. So if you're a good team, you're going to have a chance to play a lot of national games where everybody there to watch you. But you look at the history of Nebraska, think about the Oklahoma game, and everyone in the world watched the game, right? So it's just let's go be on TV, and let's try to perform at a high level when we are on TV.
Nick, do you think it changes the narrative for Raiola if he comes out and performs well? The national narrative, instead of the comparisons to Mahomes, which seems to dominate it more than his stats do, which his stats have been, like you mentioned, 8 touchdowns to 0 turnovers. Do you think it changes the national narrative about him if he comes out and performs well.
I think it changes the narrative about Nebraska, which then the trickle down effect would potentially start to change the narrative around Matt Rule and change the narrative around Dylan. The reason I say that is because there's so many stat lines and there's so many storylines that work against Nebraska.
Yes, and the wrong stats.
Right. Right. Matt Rule, 2 of 2 and 22, hasn't beaten a ranked team as a head coach at college football since 2016 when he was at Temple. Both of those 2 ranked wins for Matt Rule came at Temple, didn't beat a ranked team once when he was at Baylor. Right. So we understand that. Dylan Raiola, right? All the stuff around him, all the off the field, the brand and the flashy stuff and the glasses that are for fashion and like all of that. People start to shut up when you win.
Yes, they do.
Because they can't come at you for your play on the field, and that's what truly matters still.
You could literally walk into a press conference wearing a Ronald McDonald outfit, and people would say it's cool if you're winning. But if you've been on the cusp and not done it yet, there's always going to be the scrutiny.
Because then it's all talk.
Yep, it's always been the scrutiny.
Talk. You want to sit back. It's easy to sit. Ask us. It's easy to sit back here behind a microphone and be like, man, Nebraska should do this. Nebraska should do that. It's a lot easier to do that than to actually go and do it. So the opportunity that lies ahead for Nebraska is no different, in my opinion, than the opportunity that lie ahead of them a couple of years ago when they faced Illinois in 2021 to start the year, and they were the biggest game on TV that weekend. It's no different than in 2023 when they played at Minnesota, and they had an opportunity to show the entire country, hey, Nebraska's here. They failed both of those. This is a weekend to where they have, I think, their best chance in the last decade to actually be able to go out, beat a notable brand and opponent, and do it because they are the better football team.
Nick, I think you answered my question when that last statement. I think I'm going to ask it again, though. Is this the biggest game in Nebraska football history in the past 10 years? Text line, let me know. In your opinion, where does this rank, if not the top? In your opinion, I'm just asking, hypothetically.
Yeah.
Let us know on the text line, 402-464-5685. Is this the biggest game in the past decade for Nebraska football?
It's difficult, and here's why. I'm not going to answer it specifically yet because I think we all value stages of the season differently. And what I mean by that is some people will say, well, no, it's only game 4. Nebraska still has, 7 games left after this game to change the narrative or right the ship. And if at the end of the day, Nebraska's 11-1 this season and their 1 losses to Michigan, nobody's going to be talking about it, potentially. Then there's other people that sit there and say, well, no, I think the most important game is the bowl game. I think the most important game could be Michigan. I'm going to leave it open for interpretation, but I think it's hard to answer because we value, as fans, different parts of the season differently.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in Matt Rule's tenure, this is the biggest game in Matt Rule's tenure. And here's why. We hear all the stuff about year 3. Take that away. Matt Rule could have a 0-0 record in year 3 at the previous programs that he's been at. The reason that this is the biggest game for Matt Rule is you are in year 2 of a quarterback. You went out and hired a new special teams coordinator. You went out and hired a new offensive coordinator full-time. You've gone through a lot of transitions at position coaches on the defensive side of the ball. You've lost a couple of players to the portal, but you've also brought in some. This is your chance to prove to everybody that you've identified talent correctly. You've been able to manage and develop that talent correctly. And you're able to go out and now execute on the field. This is a game to where Nebraska fans can truly point to and say, okay, you know what? For the first time in 5 years, instead of feeling like we're going in the right direction, we're actually seeing it.
Nick, I think you broke it down beautifully. There's a lot of response. Well, I love the question because it brings a lot of different responses. Unknown texter 3616 says this. Good morning to you, brother. He goes, definitely, there's a lot riding on this game. We'll prove a lot about how good we are. Nick, it kind of goes in what you mentioned right there. Tater, what's up, Tater? Tater says, that's an impossible question. This has been asked so many times. It's so watered down now. They just need to go out and do what they need to do to win. We got Hazelbear. Our crowd needs to be loud. Every second Michigan has the ball, that's going to be a big factor.
Which I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah,
I imagine a similar vibe to Colorado.
2:30 game too. Scooter from Roca said it's the biggest game because it's the next game. Love it. Eric says absolutely the biggest because we haven't been relevant in the last 10 years. A chance to knock off a top 25 team and previous national champion. It's huge. Big Bird, no. We've had bigger must-win games than we spiraled seasons.
This is we value different things.
If we lose, I don't think it derails our season. Brad from Baldwin.
He said plus Matt Rule 0-17 against ranked opponents.
We got Corey goes right here. Oh, this is a long one, Corey. I got to read for. I got to make sure it's legit. Not legit, but make sure. Okay,
it's good.
Go ahead, Nick.
Corey says this. I think if you put it into comparison of last year, we said it with Colorado. Nebraska fans have also said it with the first conference game every year. If we want to consider the true potential that Nebraska has this year and base it off of positive stats, eye tests, and everything else, it seems like this would be their biggest true moment. They can take control of their destiny and succeed. 4746 says not the most important, but definitely a milestone game. I think a dominant win sets us up for a dominant season. Years past, these games seem to set us up for failure and doubt, especially early in the season. A ranked opponent win in the first game of Big Ten play would be huge. GBR. And then last one, 3354 says approaching halfway through Rules year 3. It's pretty big to show there's some significant progress under his leadership. A loss lends itself to not closing the gap with top programs. And that's what I think I kind of got. I was kind of inferring earlier to where we talk so much about, you know what? We hear this in press conferences and we see it through additions in the portal and we see it with recruiting class rankings. This is a chance for Nebraska fans to actually be able to point to a win on the football field with the pads talking and say Nebraska's program is at least on the trajectory.
Nick, it's on a Wednesday. Yeah, I know you and I will discuss, but I look at Wednesday, we're going to discuss either side of the ball. Thursday, we'll do the opposite we did on Wednesday. And then Friday, obviously, overall analysis. But I just think it's great conversation with such a game of this magnitude coming in. And all of you provided some great insight into that as well. And you can see how different people have different opinions. But one opinion we all hold the same, just win.
And this is the other part of it. Nebraska's staff has done such a good job over the last 5 years. This predates Matt Rule, obviously, of being able to take advantage of big recruiting weekends when they lose.
This one's going to be massive.
Right? When they lose. And I think at some point this week, I'm going to try to get Greg Smith, who's a national recruiting analyst for Rivals and On3 on at some point, because this is shaping up to be an incredibly big opportunity for Nebraska on the recruiting front. And I said that, remember, Nebraska's done a good job of still salvaging recruiting weekends like this when they lose. What can they do if they win this week? What does that do for them in the recruiting world?
A lot at stake. Love your takes on those stakes. When we come back, folks, we'll talk about the weekend, kind of the weekend wrap up in college football and Nick's hypothesis, Nick's thoughts on where Notre Dame goes. Of course, we'll throw some Nebraska football in there as well. But man, team that's 0-2 still ranked. But they're not the only one. There's a lot of teams right now that've got some question marks going in. We'll discuss it. It's The Drive.
Farmers know it all starts with the soil. At Carbon Connections, they're helping you unlock its full potential. Their high-quality humic acid improves nutrient uptake, boosts root development, and enhances soil structure, so your crops get more from every acre. It doesn't stop there. With a full lineup of crop protection products, they help you reduce synthetic inputs while protecting yields and profits. Smarter inputs, healthier soils, better returns. It's time to grow more naturally. Visit Carbon Connections on Facebook or call them today at 402-947-1476 to learn how they can help your farm thrive. Carbon Connections, unlocking your potential.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Sometimes it's hard to know if substance use is becoming a problem, especially when it becomes part of daily life or social routines. Take the free assessment, Is Your Substance Use Harmful, at myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can understand your risk. You can take the assessment anonymously. In just minutes, you'll get practical, non-judgmental guidance and resources to support your health and well-being. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, this is Tom Osborne. Join me on September 23rd and dine at your favorite local Renza in support of Teammates Mentoring. 10% of Renza sales on September 23rd will benefit your local Teammates Mentoring chapter. Teammates Mentoring helps students reach their full potential by providing a caring adult mentor to meet with them once a week in school. Thank you for your support of Teammates Mentoring. We will see you at Runza on September 23rd.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with light winds. It'll be hot with an afternoon high near 90. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, otherwise mainly cloudy skies, below near 65. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms throughout the day, see a high near 80. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fleck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball. Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back to the sound of fire engines and paramedics roaring down. What street is that, Nick? 11th Street. So hope it's nothing too crazy
Too
down
severe,
there.
yeah.
Hopefully it's something minor.
We can confirm over the last commercial break, Greg Smith, the National Recruiting Insider, is going to join us 10:30 on Thursday to break down Nebraska's recruiting weekend.
Ooh,
So that's a
Greg
big
Smith.
one. Greg
Guess
Smith.
what else Thursday?
What?
Jay Shannon back.
Oh.
He is back with one potato. He says, how many potatoes?
Unlimited. Russell Wilson said it best. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he's got some issues right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jay Shannon will be back with us with his creation, talking potatoes, talking Husker football at 9 a.m. Thursday
go.
morning. So cannot wait for Jay Shannon, founder and owner of One Potato there up in Omaha. He'll be down with us, joining us for the 9 a.m. segment. Just got that confirmation. Dude, I'm literally salivating thinking about
I know. I
those
can't
things already.
wait. Thursday's going to be a fun show.
Yes,
It's
it
going to
is.
fly on by. We got Jay Shannon coming in, and then obviously Greg is great. I have no problem talking about this. We're efforting. One of the things AD and I want to do each week is get a guest from the visiting school, whether that's the broadcaster, whether that's the voice of the team, whether that's a beat writer, something to kind of, we'll do a Friday segment there with that. So efforting. I've talked to a couple of Michigan people in the past trying to expand the horizon there. I might text them, say, hey, you want to join back on, but you kind of want to spread the wings a little bit too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. And Greg is very, very, very deep in the trenches of recruiting and the pulse of collegiate sports. Nick, a few things for you first, man. Is Miami for real? Do you think the Hurricanes are real?
I mean, yeah, they've passed every test. South. I don't know how legit South Florida is, even though South Florida's beaten a couple of really good programs. I also don't know how good Notre Dame is quite yet. That was game one of ushering in a new quarterback, right? With Notre Dame. It didn't feel like in that game Notre Dame utilized their running back Jeremiah Love a whole lot as well. And that's a big part of the Notre Dame philosophy and identity is the ability to run the ball and be physical. And they didn't do that against Miami to their greatest strengths. And so I do think Miami's for real. And once again, it shows what a quarterback can do. Carson Beck has come in there and they paid a lot of money for the man, but he's provided them with wins against a couple of ranked opponents now.
I think Miami's got Florida this weekend.
Yeah. That's where College Game Day is going to be at.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
I tell you what, man, I think Billy Napier, I think he has to make that game respectable against Miami. I think if he gets just absolutely blown out of the water, the Boo Birds are going to come out even stronger.
I'm telling you, Jay and I have talked about this off air, obviously, of where when you have an athletic director that has to come out in the beginning of September and release a statement saying, hey, Billy Napier's safe. Yeah, you're safe for September and you're safe for the rest of the year. But the minute,
maybe that week.
Well, I'm saying you're safe for the rest of the season. But that's basically Scott Strickland, the athletic director for Florida, basically saying, "Hey, we're not going to fire you mid-season. We might just wait till after the year."
I think that's a great take on it because I think a note like that serves two purposes. It lets the fans know we hear you.
Yeah, we're aware of how bad we are,
and it lets the coach know we're doing this on your behalf, so you know that you know what, you could be a dead man walking. You could be like a sitting duck, like an office in politics, to where. Well, we'll see, man.
And the other part of it, the human element of we look around and we always think that something is better as well. And athletic directors fall victim to this often, to where they look around, they see either a mid-major coach like an Alex Golesh at South Florida, or they see a coordinator have a really good unit that year. And they say, oh man, look at this is automatically going to transition here. So they go ahead and move on and they bring somebody new in.
When you said Golesh, I started laughing because I was thinking about Will Ferrell on SNL, Robert Goulet.
Hey, Alex Golesh. That's my boy.
Robert Goulet.
Alex Golesh is my guy. I don't know if he's truly Russian, but he's got a Russian background.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
he wasn't part of the KGB, was
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, you're
family
coming,
might
hey,
have been,
Nick.
but-
Oh, you're coming to school here, kid.
Yeah. You think you have a choice? No. I still have family in Russia. No. Anyway, no. I think that there's something to be said though. There is something pretty sick though. There's something pretty sick to be able to sit there and have a Russian history. That's kind of terrifying.
Claytonia John, settle down, Doug.
Yeah, calm down, Doug. I love you
because I love you, Nick.
Yeah.
Robert Goulet. Nick, all due seriousness, man. Notre Dame, and we, like I said, when I first saw that, I was like, "Come on, man!" You know, like I was on Monday. I was like, "How are they still ranked?" Now, granted, it was a different poll, but still. But you look at the quality of opponents they did lose to. That does hold some merit.
Yeah.
And the reality is this, Nick. It shows you how the special teams and the little things can cause either big things to happen that are good or catastrophic things. They lost that a huge part. I'm not going to say the only reason. A huge part of that loss for Notre Dame at home against A&M was the bumbled snap.
Mm-hmm.
It cost them, bro. That cost them a lot. Now, obviously, there's other plays. I've always believed there's not only just one play that loses the game, but it sure doesn't help you win it.
Yeah.
That was massive. If he holds that, like I said, A&M is probably going back down to College Station with a loss, but they're not.
How big of a win is that for Mike Elko?
Oh, massive.
I mean, it's huge.
Massive. They have not beat, I think, something like in 10 years, and I was reading something last night. It's either Notre Dame or something else. But the bottom line is they went back with, obviously, our former guy, Borkacher, our former tight end. And good for him. Gets a touchdown catch there in South
And he
Bend.
got paid.
And yeah, he got some money.
He got paid.
He got some money. Yeah, he was like, I got to get paid, man. I got to get paid. Put something on it.
Yeah.
And he catches the touchdown win. Notre Dame, they have to win out, in my opinion, Nick.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think so too. I think, Notre Dame's certainly in a spot to where now I told you this. It's not like they lost to Northern Illinois like they had last year or Marshall the year before.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be fine the next couple of games. They have Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State.
Mm-hmm.
The big one, October 18th, USC travels to Notre Dame. That's the big one. That's going to be their next biggest test to where we're going to find out, are we still considering Notre Dame as a potential playoff team, or is their hope and dreams dead for them to make the playoffs? So we'll find out. That's October 18th, that USC Notre Dame game. We'll find out there. I have a clip to play for you.
Hey, I know a joke. A squirrel walks up to a tree and says, "I forgot to store acorns for winter, and now I am dead." Ha! It is funny because the squirrel gets dead.
There is AD. That's AD.
Because the squirrel gets
That is AD. How did you get on the Adobe clip? That's crazy. What happened, Doug?
It is funny because the squirrel gets dead.
It's a perfect impersonation. That's perfect. Anyway.
Oh, man, we hope some Wolverines are not like literally dead, but dead when this game comes up after we take care of biz. We'll see what happens, man. We hope we can dug them. We'll see what happens. We come back. We got the 80 attitude adjustment, folks, because 4 more sleeps until the big game. 2:30, national television. Huskers versus number 21, Michigan Wolverines. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Sometimes it's hard to know if substance use is becoming a problem, especially when it becomes part of daily life or social routines. Take the free assessment, Is Your Substance Use Harmful?, at myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can understand your risk. You can take the assessment anonymously. In just minutes, you'll get practical, non-judgmental guidance and resources to support your health and well-being. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in season? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with light winds. It'll be hot with an afternoon high near 90. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, otherwise mainly cloudy skies, below near 65. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms throughout the day, see a high near 80. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hi, this is Tom Osborne. Join me on September 23rd and dine at your favorite local Renza in support of Teammates Mentoring. 10% of Renza sales on September 23rd will benefit your local Teammates Mentoring chapter. Teammates Mentoring helps students reach their full potential by providing a caring adult mentor to meet with them once a week in school. Thank you for your support of Teammates Mentoring. We will see you at Runza on September 23rd.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Join LES at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 9th at the LES Operations Center to learn about the utilities' proposed 2026 budget and electric rates, and share your input at the annual public meeting. Learn more at les.com.
Advanced Medical Imaging is hosting their 3rd annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk on October 11th at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. Hear inspiring stories from survivors, enjoy local food truck vendors, a live DJ, and other family-friendly activities as we unite to bring awareness about breast cancer. Check-in begins at 8:30 a.m. with the walk starting at 9. Register your team today for Advanced Medical Imaging's 3rd annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk online at amimaging.com. Let's walk for those we've lost, for those still fighting, and for a future without breast cancer. Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Kreekak of State Farm Insurance. Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. There is a battle of I-80 tonight. Nick, fill us in, my man.
Yeah, tonight, 6:30 p.m., Fox Sports 1, number 1 Nebraska versus number 18 Creighton. Nebraska versus the Blue Jays. It's a matchup that's going to have two different faces on the sidelines, right? You have, obviously, John Cook, no longer the Husker head coach. Danny Busboom Kelly still going through the transition there. But then on the other side, Kirsten Bernthal Booth is no longer the head coach. She resigned to become the president of League One volleyball up in Omaha. And so you have her resigning to do that job. They have Brian Rosen, who was the assistant coach for Coach Booth at Creighton. Now he's the head coach in his first year. So a little bit of a different outlook, different look on the sidelines, but man, the CHI, it's sold out tonight. Normally, volleyball plays at DJ Sokol Arena. Not tonight. They play at CHI Health Center up in Omaha, and it is sold out for Nebraska versus the Blue Jays.
This is going to be a heck of a matchup. Nebraska, this is one I think obviously means a little more when you're battling for in-state bragging rights, etc. It was always a big matchup, of course, when the basketball team plays them, volleyball team, baseball, etc. So that'll be a great matchup tonight at CHI, sold out. Who's calling that tonight? John Baylor Fruff, of course, on the radio.
Yeah, of course. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if normally our guy Connor Onion would have a call on like that but you know, as he is busy with football stuff, I'm not entirely sure yet.
So that'll be interesting. That'll be definitely interesting on that game tonight. Pulling for the Huskers to take care of business against the Blue Jays.
I'm efforting to find out.
There'll be a lot of J-Skers in there tonight, Nick.
I'm sure there will be. I'm sure
Rock and blue proud tonight, but turning it over to the red on Saturday for sure.
How about this one? Nebraska has won 23 straight matches against the Blue Jays. Last year, it went to 5 sets. Nebraska won 3-2. Creighton has never beat Nebraska. They lead the series 23-0. How about that one?
It's going to be good. It's going to be a good one tonight. Folks, the 80 attitude adjustment is this. Who is they? Nick, I'm asking, who is they? What I mean by that, those folks that said, you know, you couldn't make it. They that said, well, they said I couldn't do this. They said I couldn't get the job. They said I couldn't make it. They said I couldn't lose the weight. They said I couldn't pay the bill. Folks, stop paying so much attention to they. Worry about you. They're always mad. They're always stay away from the days in your life that are always negative, condescending, or just constantly just an uproar about everything, because they, folks, should not have so much power over you. Watch and be careful and mindful of what they're doing. Focus on you. Change the attitude pretty quick.
That's simple. AD, that was a quick show.
It flew by.
That flew by.
We looked at the clock and was like,
yeah, we said 10:30. Like, oh my gosh, sorry, 10:30. No, I mean, it's going to be exciting. We got, once again, a couple of guests lined up later on in the week on Thursday, so make sure you stay tuned for those. As we continue to tread towards Nebraska, Michigan on Saturday, 2:30. How about this? Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson on the call for Nebraska versus Michigan on Saturday.
Oh, it doesn't get any better than that.
Never forget running into Brad Nessler in a cigar bar in downtown Indy.
We'll have to invite him down to Capital Cigar.
Maybe we will. Maybe they'll be there.
Yeah, they might be.
They might be there on Friday.
Announcing everybody walking in.
Yeah.
He's going with me.
Yeah, I'm like, I heard you on a video game. Anyway, we got 10 seconds.
Folks, we will ride with you tomorrow. Remember, it is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Guys and gals, get into your doctors.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's specials through September 16th are $1 off ready-to-eat meals, 20% off all pasta, and 8-ounce grass-fed, grass-finished sirloins for $9 each. Plus, stop by for lunch on Fired Up Thursday at the Mercado East or Fired Up Friday at the Mercado North. Locations at 84th and Half Block, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years